Round one continues with a heavy dose of citrus. The Pacers come in off a critical Game 1 win and are now poised and prepared as they attempt to take a 2-0 lead against the Knicks. Round one of the NBA playoffs continues.
Round one of the East rolls on. Game two, just about ready to tip off. Playoff basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Towns, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And for Indiana, Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton is out there with the Cobra, and it's Mathurin in at the 3. And take a look at the Pacers. They notched a big win in the series opener, trying to avoid a letdown here tonight. Greg, what do they need to do to maintain their momentum?
You know, Kev, first, I think they need to weather that early storm. They're going to face a desperate opponent. But once the game settles in, it's about playing smart and playing with energy. You're the favorite for a reason. Go out and show the world what you're made of.
Well, if they could only hear that from you, that would guide them. That's a great piece of advice. So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board. Brunson the pass to Hart. Back to Brunson. Three-pointer. Hits the three-point bomb.
And Brunson more than comfortable shooting the 3. And boy, is he efficient when he lets it fly.
Here's the Cobra. Defended by Bridges. To the middle. The Cobra's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Hart the pass to Middleton. Now Bridges. Here's the 3. Towns kicks to Hart. Pass to Bridges. Some nice passing by New York here. 6 on the shot clock. Brunson, that's a 2-pointer. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Siakam.
Some textbook up fake there. Towns does a great job. Earns himself a trip to the line.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. He misses the free throw.
One of the things I love about Towns is how versatile he is. He's a big guy who continues to be a matchup nightmare for defenses.
sinks the second.
Well, one of the ways you mark consistency see is looking at a player's efficiency rating, and Cats is generally among the best in the league.
Here's the Cobra. Outside Mathurin. Siakam for three. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. On defense, Indiana. Towns sets the pick for Hart. A three. That one's in. His first shot this game.
You know, he does a little bit of everything. But when Hart is draining the three-pointer, that's when he's most dangerous.
Hara. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
The Pacers shooting their first free throw of the night.
One shot.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Brunson. Hart with the screen for Brunson. That's to Hart. There's the triple. The Cobra with the rebound.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about facing a point guard like Jalen Brunson, and he told me Jalen's got a great sense for angles and knows how to attack if anyone's out of position. You have to stay disciplined on defense. Of course, Brunson will be the focus of their attention tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And Mathurin has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Trailing by 2. The results in their game on Sunday left no doubt.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running the plays, picking the spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
Brunson, no good. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And the foul called on the Cobra. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Walker's checked in for the Pacers. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Miles McBride's checked in for Jalen Brunson.
Boy, I like the finesse and the focus that Middleton plays with. I mean, that's part of what allows him to finish off these tough hoops.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
to all dancers.
1:52 left to play here in the first. To the inside. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Halliburton has such a really good feel for the game. He knows exactly how to get his guys to step up.
With a screen on Mathurin. Middleton can't get it to go.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
The Knicks with the lead. We've got 1:18 left here in the opening quarter. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Yep, that one goes in there.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Here's the Cobra, defended by Bridges. That miss is his fourth this game. He's shooting 3 for 7 from the field. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail. The previous plays, different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see
after the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
These players are moving, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Towns for 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Pacers trail by 4. Outside, Walker. Back to Mathurin. Fires the 3. Oh, my. He'll go to the line with a chance for a 4. Point play. Mikal Bridges picks one up. The Pacers shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Pacers, Mathurin. One shot.
And it's tied up with that one.
You know, when you think about Mathurin, his scoring ability really jumps out at you. You got to be excited about his future.
Shot clock in Dean Park separated by less than 6 seconds. Brunson scanning the floor. And stolen by Siakam. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Here's Bridges. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. It's a tie game in Indiana. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And glad to have you with us as we get going here. Game 2. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
The Cobra out there with Tyrese Halliburton. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. Then it's Walker. And it's Siakam in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Pacers' 5. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. The Cobra in the last game against the Knicks was on a mission. He had 56 points and, as usual, controlled the glass. Numbers like that are sure to get attention around the league. And everyone's excited to see what he does tonight. Guys?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Bridges outside. Pass to Brunson. That 3 off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's the Cobra, defended by McBride. A nice shot by the Cobra.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. He's checked in for New York. Bridges comes in for Miles McBride. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Now Achua, still scoreless. There's a screen by Achua. Bridges, no one around him. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Indiana leading. Here's the Cobra. He's got 11. The kick out to Walker. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Parham off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Runs in the pass to Achua. The dunk by Achua.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
To the paint, here's Parham. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Here's Bridges. The Cobra with the rebound. Parham's got his 5th rebound in this one. Mathurin passes to Parham. Bridges with the board.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Indiana. The Knicks also changing it up. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Achua. And Middleton subbed in for Bridges. Brunson against Halliburton. Brunson the pass to Middleton. And Brunson has it in the corner. Floats one. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Here's the Cobra. 13 points in the game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
For Indiana, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. Miles McBride's checked in for the Knicks. And so he hits both. Knicks trail by 4. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Middleton. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it.
Well, I like the fact that Middleton takes advantage of the mid-range jump shot. When he gets room to pull the trigger from there, he's taking it, and he's almost automatic.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Mikal Bridges picks one up. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys. Lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
And New York making a change here. Bridges checks in.
Watch out below when Middleton rises up like... that. Remarkable at punching it down.
Once again, give it up for your first Knicks team.
For Indiana, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's Parham. And the layup is good. Parham's got 11 points in the quarter.
I love what he's done in this first half, at least so far. Increasing confidence every time down the floor. You can see it.
Towns dishes to Bridges. Pass to McBride. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That is his first foul of the game. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Bridges with it. Still yet to score. And the 3 off target. Down low. Here's Parham. Bridges with the board. Knicks trail by 3. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Latrey sinks the three-pointer.
You can see the work being put in on that particular shot for Bridges, and his confidence as a result is continuing to grow.
Here's the Cobra. He's got 18. Seconds left. No good that time. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports.
22.
And as we welcome you to halftime, without question, Game 2 has been a battle for the New York Knicks.
I'm impressed they're still in this. They've done some good things tonight, but the three-point shooting is not one of them.
And that could bode well for them in the second half.
Looking at this series for the Indiana Pacers, so far in this series, they've shown they can get the better of this team, but all tied up at the half. Are they getting, a little too overconfident?
If they are, that's a mistake. Never underestimate your opponent, especially in the midst of a playoff series.
I agree. You've got to have that killer instinct at all times. Maybe this is a wake-up call for him to get him back on track.
Close games like this certainly help keep us awake, right, Shaq?
There he is again. He has like...
What happened?
What's it called when you have the sleeping disorder?
Rip Van Shackle.
There it is.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. We're seeing a tremendous game here from the Cobra.
And with all the pressure he must have felt coming into this one, it didn't faze him one bit. Fantastic start.
Yeah, you know, I think he relishes the pressure, especially in a big game like this one. He really eats that stuff up.
And here's Brunson. And New York looking at who they've got. Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Towns in at the 5. Now here's Hart. In the corner, Middleton with it. Pocket 6. Bridges outside. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Bridges has got 5.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
Here's the Cobra, defended by Bridges. That one's in there, the New York. Lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Parham.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's the Cobra. 20 points for him. Driving to the basket. Siakam passes to Parham. Sinks the triple. Parham's got 23.
Coming off a big game. Confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. He's going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now, here's Bridges. 5 points in the game.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
The Knicks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. The free throw drops for Towns. And Towns drops them both. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Parham lays it up off the glass. And that's now 25 points for the Cobra.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Hart. And it's sent back by Turner.
Man, the defensive Turner is astounding. I mean, he positioned himself well to come up with a lot of blocks. This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Brunson outside. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Brunson's got his 2nd basket of the night. Third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Here's Turner. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
For three, Bridges, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
And from long range, Bridges getting more and more comfortable, taking and making his share of threes.
The Knicks making a switch here. Bridges checks in. Pacers trail by 4. Inside, here's Parham. He can't hit that time. Bridges with some nice defense. Pass to Brunson. Back to Bridges. 6 to shoot. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. No good on the 3.
I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Parham.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
A different look for New York. Achua comes in for Josh Hart, and Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Bridges. After the made shot from Parham, Bridges passes to Towns. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Tell you what, guys, the aggressiveness on defense just hasn't been there this half. Not like it was in the first.
.104 left to play here in the 3rd. Pass to Halliburton. Down low. Here's the Cobra. Defended by Bridges. Fires the 3. Knicks with the rebound. Bridges got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
The Knicks making a switch here. Forrest is checked in.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the kick working to full effect before the stop.
And, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
Mullins checked in for New York. He hits the 2nd from the line. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Pacers. It's a 5-point game. A nice shot by the Cobra.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Turner against Towns. Pass to McBride. Here's Bridges. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Mikal Bridges has been the guy making things happen for the New York Knicks. And it was from 3-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly.